and then put South Africa, who has done something for me on a personal level, and then put South Africa second. I mean, I went to school from grade 1 until I finished my matric without paying any school fees. I even went to university using NSFAS without paying anything. So South Africa on a personal level has done something for me, and it's not only in academics, whereby I managed to go from grade 1 until varsity without paying anything. Our healthcares are free, even though sometimes it's not the best service and quality, but the fact is that these things are free. So South Africa has done something for me on a personal level. So I can't put South Africa second and then put Africa first when there's no single country in Africa that has done something for me personally.
You see these people up here? You see them? Look, you see them? These are black South Africans' biggest enemy. But they themselves don't even know about it. Because these people you see up here, they are the puppet whites are using to enslave and keep black South Africans in poverty.
So, on other interesting news, apparently, Gayton, Mckenzie and Kunene are working for white people. They are puppets of white people that are sent to brainwash us as black people in South Africa into believing that these two are patriotic and they have our best interest at heart, when they are actually working for the enemy, when they are actually working behind the scenes to chase away other Africans in South Africa so that the whites can dominate. Now, that's according to some Africans and some foreigners. You know, I wonder why is it that these foreigners are so interested in the issues of South Africa. I'm sure you've listened to this guy right now talking about Gayton Mckenzie. You can hear from his accent that he's a Nigerian. What's surprising to me is that Nigeria has its own politicians, who are patriotic, has its own politicians who are Pan-Africanists, yet you will never hear them talking about the patriotic politicians in their countries. But they are interested in the patriotic politicians in South Africa. Why is it that every time there's someone who puts South Africa first, that person is called an enemy and is working for white people? That thing I will never ever understand. And it's not only foreigners and other Africans who always call these patriotic people in South Africa as sellouts, but even other South Africans, especially those who say they are Pan-Africanists, they put Africa first and South Africa second. Every time there's a person who puts South Africa first, then that person is working for the whites. Then that person is working for the enemy. You know, it's funny to me, Uguti, a person who speaks about South Africa, who wants to clean South Africa from illegal foreigners, who wants to make sure Uguti, everyone in South Africa appreciates the country that is ours, that is South Africa, this beautiful country of ours. Anyone who has South Africa's best interest at heart, that person is seen as a sellout. But a person who puts South Africa second and wants to put Africa first, then that's the person who's supposed to be celebrated. You know, personally, I like Gayton Mckenzie because he puts South Africa first. I'm sure if you are a regular viewer on this channel or you are subscribed to this channel, you know by now, Uguti, Mina, I put South Africa first. I don't want to put Africa as a continent above South Africa because my roots are here in South Africa and there's no other country in Africa who has done anything for me on a personal level. So to me, it's foolish to put people and countries in Africa who have done nothing for me on a personal level first, and then put South Africa, who has done something for me on a personal level, and then put South Africa second. I mean, I went to school from grade 1 until I finished my matric without paying any school fees. I even went to university using NSFAS without paying anything. So South Africa on a personal level has done something for me, and it's not only in academics, whereby I managed to go from grade 1 until varsity without paying anything. Our health cares are free, even though sometimes it's not the best service and quality, but the fact is that these things are free. So South Africa has done something for me on a personal level. So I can't put South Africa second and then put Africa first when there's no single country in Africa that has done something for me personally. You know, this is a question that I love to ask a lot of these Pan-Africanists who always praise these people who put Africa first and South Africa second. But yeah, we must put Africa first. I always ask them, Uguti, when since you are a South African, you are a South African Pan-Africanist, you say you are a South African Pan-Africanist, you put Africa first and South Africa second. What other country in Africa has done something for you? The countries that are Pan-Africanists, what has they done for you as a personal level? Don't tell us about the things that they did during the apartheid times. No, these countries helped us during apartheid. I'm talking about you right now in front of me. What has other countries in Africa done for you personally? Tell me. And then tell me, Uguti, what has South Africa done for you on a personal level? And then if you're going to tell me, Uguti, no other country has done something for you, but South Africa has done a lot of things for you, then you have the nerve to put South Africa second and Africa first. Then you are just not for me. You are not my cup of tea. You understand? If these people who always put Africa above South Africa came with testimonies, you know, being a Pan-Africanist has done 1, 2, 3 for me, but being just South African hasn't done something for me, that would be very understandable. But these people, you find a person who went to school using NSFAS and obtained his degree, and then is going to come back and bash South Africa. No, South Africa must combine with Africa. Africa first, South Africa second. We must put Africa first. But Africa didn't do anything for you. South Africa has done something for you. Yet you put South Africa second and you put something that hasn't done anything for you first. Does that even make sense? That doesn't make sense for me personally. The day I am going to start putting Africa above South Africa is the day that I start seeing some benefits in my life and my family's well-being that are supplied by Africa. Personally, right now, what has been helping me and my livelihood is South Africa. That is why I am putting South Africa first and Africa second. You get what I mean? But yeah, today I just wanted to talk about Gayton Mckenzie and this guy saying Gayton Mckenzie is a working for white people, is an enemy of South Africa because he puts South Africa first. How can you be an enemy of South Africa when you put South Africa first? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. So tell me on the comment section down below whether do you agree with me, Uguti, we must put South Africa first and Gayton Mckenzie is doing exactly that and we shouldn't be calling him names for putting South Africa first? Or do you think very good Gayton Mckenzie is working for white people so that we can chase away other Africans and then white people occupy South Africa? Is that what you think? Tell me on the comment section down below. But if you just enjoyed this video or you've learned something new, please subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. My name is Emmanuel and this is Mzansi Versity, the place where we transform lives through knowledge and information. Let's meet again on another video.